Due to the absence of the oracles, and therefore authentic seers, the Church seeks to sidestep and redefine the issue. President Dieter F. Uchtdorf recently responded to questions regarding seer stones. The questions arose from the publication of the pictures of Joseph Smith's chocolate-colored seer stone. President Uchtdorf compared seer stones to smartphones, which in his mind are analogous devices. This analogy is inaccurate on numerous levels. For one, President Uchtdorf believes that seer stones were devices, in part to assist Joseph Smith in his translation work. Smartphones, so the analogy goes, can do the same, using such programs as Google Translate. But these capabilities are only superficially similar. If Joseph had a smartphone, so the analogy goes, he could have, with a little extra help from God, translated the plates. However, modern translation programs only use known languages. They translate from one known language to another. Seer stones, on the other hand, translate from unknown languages into a known language. Messiah was able to translate the 24 plates of ether with the oracles. Ether wrote in a language that was unknown at the time. The language had disappeared with the Jaredites. Joseph Smith translated the Book of Mormon from what is called Reformed Egyptian. Reformed Egyptian was unique to the Nephites and became a dead and unknown tongue with the demise of the Nephite civilization. While modern cell phones can transmit images and allow the user to search out information, this is in no way analogous to the ability of a seer stone to show the past, present, or future. The wisdom of the world is not the mysteries of God. Seer stones are so powerful and thereby dangerous that a man wrongfully looking into one could actually die. But all this misses the fundamental point. Why would President Uchtdorf need to make an analogy in the first place? After all, he claims to be a seer himself. As a seer, President Uchtdorf should possess and use seer stones. He should have personal experience in the translation of ancient records. If President Uchtdorf is truly a seer, then he should be sharing his direct experience and not a second-hand testimony. Seer stones, while sacred, are not secret. Many people knew of and saw Joseph's seer stone. Why did President Uchtdorf hold up a cell phone and not a seer stone? The answer to these questions is simple. President Uchtdorf is not an authentic seer. He possesses no seer stone. He has no experience in using seer stones. The broader question, of course, concerns the 15 men sustained as seers, the members of the First Presidency and quorum of 12 apostles. Are these men authentic seers? Do they possess seer stones, and have they used them? It is nigh unto certain that none of the current brethren can claim to be authentic seers. Like President Uchtdorf, not one of them has claimed possession or use of a seer stone. With the publicity surrounding the publication of pictures of Joseph's seer stone, it would have been a simple thing for one of them to produce his stone and at least testify that he has used a seer stone, but not one did. Instead of making the claim of seership as described in the Scriptures, the Church now defines seership differently. Seers no longer are those who possess the oracles. The interpreters no longer define a seer, they are optional devices. But we need to be clear, this new definition of seer flatly contradicts the scriptural definition, where possession of the interpreters is the calling card of a seer. Apparently, the Church has redefined seership to justify the current reality. There are no interpreters, so there cannot be seers. But since we must be called seers to retain ecclesiastical authority, we must change what it means to be a seer.